Hey guys, how's it going? I am WWE Hall of Famer Lita, welcoming you to General Admission Wrestling.
Jason, look man, I just want to keep this between you and I. I don't know what you can do, and I don't know what you can, I don't know what you should do. But we can't have Igris still be the Apex champion. I need another chance. Max, I understand, I really do. I sympathize with you, I really do. But unfortunately, my hands are tied. You deserved the rematch that time. But even with what Igris did, I can't just give you another one. You're gonna have to earn it, and I cannot give you preferential treatment. It would undermine my entire leadership role. Max, I like you a lot. You embody evolution. You embody GAW. You're going to be a champion one day. But unfortunately, right now, I can't hand it to you. You got to earn it. But I know you can. Park is back after dealing with injuries for the beginning of the season. He missed Team China's first matchup in the Wrestling World Cup, but he is back here on Evolution. He was on track, and he's ready to go, and he requested a match, a tune-up match, as he put it, to get ready to go make an impact for China, which he will need to do. Because as we say, in 2 days, China will take on American Samoa. Yunsan Park needs to be ready. Now this is a man who does not need a tune-up. Braddock has been one of the breakout stars for Team Canada. But he's going to take this opportunity anyway because he came so close throughout all of last year to winning championships. Specifically the Raw title he went after several times. I don't know if he'll want to go after it now, given the fact that Lars Nightfall is still around. Still a champion, and we saw what he just did at the Wrestling World Cup to Rey Mysterio. So if you haven't seen it already, I'm not trying to spoil anything, but just know that Lars Nightfall was Lars Nightfall, and it didn't matter if he was facing Lee Carr or Rey Mysterio. Our Raw champion is a monster. Braddock has had a breakout early season so far. Let's see if Yunsan Park can put that to the test in his first match of this season. What a start for Yunsan Park. He'll be getting ready to come in for Team China on Wednesday. Now that's assuming that he makes the lineups. We won't have the official match announcements until tomorrow, so we won't know if Yunsan Park is actually in. Beautiful job to avoid that from Braddock. Now Park into the rear naked choke. Park trying to bring Braddock down, and eats a jawbreaker, but a great job from Park. He's starting early. He's going for submissions. Park trying to get the full 5 points here for Team China. I love it from Yunsan Park. He's such a professional. Without Park, we probably wouldn't be here where we are today. Evolution wouldn't be here. The Rookie of the Year tournament wouldn't be here, and very possibly the Wrestling World Cup wouldn't be here without Yunsan Park. Truly one of the titans of general admission wrestling, one of the most influential men in the history of this promotion. Park with a beautiful takedown, and he is feeling himself right now against Braddock. Springboards off, going for a massive right hand. Braddock ducked underneath it. Well done from the Canadian, and Braddock just stomping it. Good recovery here from Braddock as Park was charged up. Braddock, double foot stomp. Park rolled enough out of the way that he wasn't in immediate danger, but Braddock saw where Park had rolled to and was able to pull up. And we saw Commissioner Jason Parker talking with Max Ultimate, and I agree with Max. We can't continue to have Agris out here doing what he did last week with the Apex title on the line. But Jason Parker's right. He can't just be handing out title shots because he disagrees with the way his champion is doing things. There has to be a process here, and Jason Parker respects the process. Spinning back fist attempt countered by Braddock. We know how dangerous that is by Park, and Braddock with the spinning Uranage. As a response, only a 2 count from Park. Braddock thought that was the end of it, and Park rolls out of the ring before Braddock can do anything else. Park to his feet. Braddock, long run up tope con hero, but Park gave him the nope treatment, just like Max Ultimate did last week, and Yunsan Park lining him up on the outside. Park with the knee. We've seen so many transformations for so many guys across the last couple years, but Yunsan Park has always been the same. You can always count the silver streak, the black wrist tape, the black and white attire, the black mask and the white skull. You can always count on it from Yunsan Park. He's been, oh my God! Braddock with a thrust kick, putting Park straight into that barricade, and Braddock tossing Park around on the outside. I just love how consistent Yunsan Park is and has been. He's been consistent not only as a wrestler, but as someone around General Admission Wrestling. Braddock with the kick. Oh my God. We almost just saw Braddock's ankle get snapped. Yunsan Park pushed him away, and Braddock almost landed feet first onto the steel steps. Park going low, recognizing Braddock took his destiny into his own hands there, and it nearly ended the match for him. Braddock sends Park into that barricade once again. Park getting off of it quickly, and he should do after what Braddock did to him earlier. He's taken down anyway. Braddock with a vicious attack pattern. Now he's got the arm, and Braddock choosing to do a lot of his damage on the outside. Braddock will say, oh! He was looking towards the ring like he was going to send Park there. Instead, he just tossed him into the steel steps in a hard collision from Yunsan Park. And Braddock will again get into the ring, and this time he's not going to try to leap off the top. Braddock will go outside, and if I'm him, I'm thinking about getting Yunsan Park in the ring immediately. Might have done one too many on the outside. Park with a reverse DDT as Braddock had brought him up onto the shoulders. And now Park's got to push his momentum somehow. Does Yunsan Park think about getting into the ring now? I think he does. First, he gives a receipt to the Canadian. It's to be expected that Yunsan Park kind of goes through these ebbs and flows in his first match back, dealing with some injuries, and he's had a hard couple of years, has Yunsan Park. He has put himself in dangerous positions. He's put himself in the most important matches against the toughest foes. Park has been tremendous over the last few years, but the things that he's done do take a toll. I mean, you think about his battles with Omega Woods last year. I mean, just brutal contest. Park sends Braddock across the ring once again, and Park into the ring he goes. If I'm Park, I'd probably stay there, but Yun-Son Park gonna keep attacking on the outside, and I'm really surprised by how much of this match has been fought out there. But now, just like Braddock did, Park has control on the outside, causing extra damage. Braddock able to free himself and now throws Park across. What does Braddock do? He's gonna get back into the ring. Good call here from Braddock. Park to his feet. Braddock looking on. He will wait. Park will get in. Braddock called for him in there, and Park levels him with a knee strike. Braddock rolling towards the ropes, but won't go underneath to try to get outside, but he rolled right into the corner where Yun-Son Park pulling out the hits. Park through the ropes with a DDT. An absolute classic from Yun-Son Park. Braddock set himself up for it, and now he set himself up for this. Yun-Son Park, miracle from LA. Yun-Son Park, cover. Park has won in his return. Wow, that was unreal. After an absolute war on the outside, it was one little mistake from Braddock and it was punished. Park with a DDT, miracle from LA, an absolute classic performance from Yun-Son Park. Everything you wanted to see in his return to action. The crowd loves it. Yun-Son Park, unbelievable, and Braddock, it's disappointment as he, wait. What is Lars Nightfall doing here? He was just in Orlando an hour ago. How is he even here? Nightfall making his way slowly. Braddock knows that it's Nightfall. Is he coming for, I think he is. I think he's going after Braddock. Nightfall, the Raw champion, but Yun-Son Park is out. He walks right into a nightmare from Nightfall. Yun-Son Park trying to stop the advance of the Raw champion, and Park eats another one. God, this is terrifying. Yun-Son Park, Nightfall's not even done. It's a hell spike from Lars Nightfall. Oh no, and he's still not done. Yun-Son Park trying to get out to protect Braddock, and he's paying for it. Nightfall with a powerbomb. It's heartbreaking to see. Yun-Son Park just got back. An unbelievable win, and Lars Nightfall has ended Yun-Son Park's return in tragedy. If you thought a defense against Io Shirai was where it stopped, you haven't been watching. Yamamoto is already the greatest Rise champion of all time, and she's climbing into the ranks of the greatest female wrestlers in the world, and that's just a fact. So we scoured the globe to find her next challenger. A woman so tough, no one thought she could be taken down. A woman who's draped in gold. But Moto is the new gold standard. Call her Gold Dust. Maybe don't do that. But you will still call her champion even after next week.
Rise up from the ashes, wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta let go to see the magic happen. They got us a quick change, so we like them in phase. I just bought a new.
Slowly, the members of Las Vegas Connection return to the GAW ring. This week it's Jacob Ace, half a Pretty Bad Deal, who will certainly be looking on as the tag team championships are on the line in the main event. Island Nation will be taking on the Brainbusters, Mr. Sinister's designated team. I'm told that Takahashi is indeed here with Mr. Sinister as his personal guest, watching on for the main event. Mr. Sinister pulled those strings. I think that Pretty Bad Deal will also be watching on, as will the rest of the Las Vegas Connection. as they're coming off a momentous win in the Evolved Gauntlet at Nitro. Pretty Bad Deal has already fought for the Tag Team Championships. They were unsuccessful on that occasion. But Jacob Ace has certainly carved out a niche for himself as a successful singles guy. Talk about a niche. There is no one who had a tougher season than Devon Andrews. I mean, no one. You talk about a guy who last season went through just a murderer's row of opponents that, I mean, it's just unbelievable what he went through, what he had to do last season, and it led to him amassing a 3-5 record, which is not even close to the ability that we know Devon Andrews has. He'll be looking to make a statement in his first match here, known as the Underground's most dangerous striker, one of the Underground's most dangerous men. The fingers are taped. Devon Andrews is ready to go. I hope he is ready, because we know that Jacob Ace really came on as a singles guy at the end of last season. He's a tough out. But Devon Andrews, he's a tough fighter. Ace coming in hot with that knee strike. And Andrews, like a boxer should, always play in defense, but into the corner. Jacob Ace got the feet up, stopped Andrews from going on the attack, and Ace will hit the first successful strike of the night. It's a very interesting difference in styles here between Ace and Andrews. Not that Andrews isn't a great athlete, he obviously is, but he leaves a lot of the speed and aerials to his brother Kurt. Devon is much more of a mat-based and striking sort of technician. And I use technician in the most. Jacob Ace over the top of the tope. I use that in the, I wouldn't say generous, but in a way that should convey the fact that Devon Andrews is very scientific about where he hits you and what kind of pain it's supposed to cause. Ace going out to the outside, and Andrews was waiting for him and just sends him right back in. You can see the scientific approach that Devon Andrews takes, and now Andrews, long run up, and there is the lariat he was looking for in the earliest stages of this match. And we'll see Andrews do a lot of this, transitioning from the striking to the ground game. He'll try both of them. Nice takedown by Ace. Andrews right back to his feet. Ace probably shouldn't have been taunting him right to his face, because he'll get that. Massive body blow from Devon Andrews, and a headbutt to follow it up. The first time we ever saw Andrews in a GAW competition was in a special showcase at an underground facility in Liverpool. Andrews was at home, and he absolutely obliterated Scott Danielson on that occasion. That was 2 years ago. We've never seen anything like that before or since. Andrews is a very special sort of wrestler. Very unique in the world. The ground and pound, there's the uppercut, more striking Devon Andrews. The way that he can switch between volume and power, unlike anyone else. Andrews kissed the canvas. And he's not even done. There's more in store for Jacob Ace, who's been busted open by Andrews. Oh my God. Devon Andrews caught him right on top of the knee, and Andrews with a black hole. Devon Andrews just waxed Jacob Ace. I don't know what Ace thought he was walking into on that occasion, but He certainly didn't get it. Ace started out confident, but Devon Andrews, I mean, what can you do? When he's firing on all cylinders like that, when he's performing like that, what can you possibly do? Unbelievable. Andrews, such a tough season last year. Great start here to season 4. Last week we saw Icarus, the Apex champion, cheat to retain over Max Ultimate. Let's hear this from the still Apex champion and his accomplice. Last week, I once again retained my Apex championship after single-handedly driving that idiot Max's head into the canvas. Now it's on to bigger and better. I'm ready for
Single-handedly?
Cousin, are you forgetting that the newest member of Reaper District 7 stopped that stupid ref from making a mistake after your leg was clearly under the ropes? You're right. How could I forget? Ladies and you ugly virgins in the audience, the closest thing I have to family, the Savage Joker, Frankie Omega Jr. Let's see anyone beat any of us again while we are complete. Hey, Coach, you got a few? Anything for one of the top students at Reaper Camp. Look at you. What can I do for you, Midnight? Cut the shit, Coach. I'm here to talk to you about what you're trying to do with Takahashi. See, I know you personally and professionally. I can see that you're trying to mess with his head, trying to have him join up with you and that control freak Santanico. You can just go around trying to get young, impressionable guys to join up with you and that clown to protect yourselves. Maybe you want a better Takahashi, but with Santanico, it goes from a deal with the devil to a deal with the tyrannical demon. Let Takahashi flourish on his own, Coach. He deserves better than that. I see. It's interesting that you would choose to bring this up when he is not with me. Son, I appreciate your candor, I really do. But this is my business. This is the Empire's business, and I urge you to stay out of it. I have too much respect for you to stop you now. But if you stand in the way of my business, I cannot control others who do not share my feelings. Do we have an understanding? Notice no Mr. Sinister out with the Brainbusters. Sinister is still back with Takahashi. And we heard Midnight saying, hey, leave the kid alone. And I like where Midnight's coming from on this one, because undoubtedly, with as much promise as Midnight showed, and especially his early career in the underground, I bet he had more than enough people trying to get his attention, trying to talk to him, trying to persuade him to come to their side and do their bidding. I'm sure Midnight had a lot of that, so he knows better than almost anyone that the last thing Takahashi needs for his development is for Mr. Sinister to be in his ear constantly, but that's what Mr. Sinister is choosing to do at the moment. That leaves the Brainbusters out here alone to fight Island Nation. Let's go! Island Nation are back. Eddie Tonga and Yamamoto Kobayashi have been touring the world as tag team champions, icons in the islands. But what they love to do more than anything is fight in a GAW ring. And finally, after 2 years of chasing it, they finally have the tag team championships that they deserve. But could that all be coming to a crushing halt here in the main event of Evolution? We've already seen it once, back in New Season, New Challenge. Takahashi lost his Raw Championship to Lars Nightfall. So we've already seen in first defenses, it could get a little shaky. Hopefully the same does not trouble Island Nation here against the Brainbusters, who put Ahmed in first after an incredible performance from the big man against Slaughterhouse. Cover here and combination kick out and breakup from Kobayashi and Tonga. Now Kobayashi, Irish whip off. Here comes Ahmed. Kobayashi throws him down. One arm lifted him up, and you can tell how ready Island Nation are to get back in the ring, how much training they've done. It was a hellacious bout for them against the Gotti crime family back at Nitro. And it's making all the difference now. Kobayashi going up top. Kobayashi with the elbow drop, trying to stop Ahmed in his tracks, but he did just barely get the tag into Psycho, who sends Kobayashi out, and Ahmed is there, and the referee warning Ahmed to go after. He's going after Kobayashi. Psycho going after Eddie Tonga, and Ahmed will send Kobayashi back into the ring, but Psycho drops Tonga back first onto the apron. Kobayashi with a stunner drops Ahmed, and Psycho turns around, and suddenly it's a one-on-one kind of matchup. Psycho going in for the takedown, turned aside. Kobayashi with an absolutely massive lariat to the back of the head. That's the improvisational ability of Island Nation. It's world-renowned. They're two of the best. And Kobayashi into the bear hug submission on Psycho. Going for it against a much smaller man. I really like the strategy, trying to grind him down. Psycho frees himself, now going in, takedown, turned into a float over DDT, and followed up with a lariat. You can't keep Kobayashi down for long. You have to take advantage when you do. Imagine if the Brainbusters can bring the tag team championships back to Mr. Sinister, and how much of a pitch that would be to Takahashi. Talk about a sales pitch, as here comes the big man Ahmed once again, and he's diving in. Kobayashi just sidesteps him, and he'll tag in Eddie Tonga. Tonga coming in and unleashes big rights. Look at the strength it takes to pull Ahmed right over your head, and Tonga does it with a Saito suplex. Ahmed kicks out at one. This is Mr. Sinister's chosen tag team, and you can easily see why. Ahmed's right hand, wild, caught by Tonga. Hits him with the right hand of his own. Irish whip off. Tonga, pop-up Samoa drop. Unbelievably done from Tonga, whose strength is rivaled by almost no one, especially in the ranks of the tag teams. Tag in, here comes Kobayashi. Take down, Tonga waits, pop-up, Samoa drop on a man who's over 300 pounds. Ahmed rolls out, Psycho going after Tonga, and he's speared off the apron by Kobayashi. Kobayashi with the elbow drop to the outside. Yamamoto Kobayashi, a spectacular performance, and he sprints over to Ahmed. Ahmed back to his feet. And Ahmed will try to keep this thing on the outside for as long unbelievable job by Kobayashi. Got his knees up in the takedown. Kobayashi now should get Ahmed back into the ring, try to press the numbers advantage while he has it. Ahmed playing defense, and he will send Kobayashi back in. Psycho and Tonga have returned to their positions, and Kobayashi with a heavy right hand over to Psycho. Ahmed's boot to the gut, dodged by Kobayashi, who now gets him up into a massive backbreaker. It's hard to get more effective than Yamamoto, Kobayashi, and Island Nation. An unbelievable job from the tag team champions. Tag in. Here comes Eddie Tonga. And Kobayashi lines him up. Tonga. Double axe handle to a hung up Ahmed. To his feet. Tonga takes the back. Was he actually going to try Island's blood on a man that big? We've seen it before. He did it to Dagonite very famously. No go that time on Ahmed. Pop up Samoan drop again. How did he get him that high? Tonga will go up top. The fans willing him on. Tonga, unbelievable. Tonga with a leg drop guillotine to Ahmed. Psycho is there. I've never seen that before. Psycho jettisoned by Kobayashi and Eddie Tonga. I don't know how Ahmed is still walking. Tonga just guillotined him into the ground. Ahmed somehow recovered. Double axe to the back. Tonga fights through it. Irish whip off Ahmed. Snap power slam. Kobayashi sends Psycho back into the ring. Ahmed cover to win. Tonga kicks out, and Kobayashi straight back to deal with Psycho on the outside as Ahmed, here's a bear hug submission of his own like we saw from Kobayashi earlier on. No panic in the face of the champion, Eddie Tonga. Box around the ears, the clap frees himself. Tonga float over looking for the DDT, and he's tossed aside by the massive Ahmed, who needs a tag, still reeling from that guillotine that he took from Tonga. Team's back at full strength, and Psycho legal in this match. Probably the freshest man, just in terms of he hasn't been legal very much, but he'll take an immediate tag in back to Ahmed, who's been very effective, but he's also soaked up a lot of punishment. They're playing with fire here, are the Brainbusters, and Ahmed takes a drop kick to the side of the head. Eddie Tonga continuing to press the advantage, and now he's got Ahmed in dangerous territory. Here comes Kobayashi, double super kick from Tonga and Kobayashi. Kobayashi spears Psycho off the apron. Tonga chases down Ahmed, and Tonga with a hanging neckbreaker on the outside. Kobayashi playing defense, waiting as Tonga throws Ahmed back in the ring. Kobayashi is there waiting. The tag team prowess of Island Nation is legendary. Kobayashi with a takedown. Tag in. Here comes Tonga. Island Nation used more double team offense than any team in GAW last season. And we're seeing just the incredible chemistry of two men. Oh my God! Tonga did it again! Tonga with the guillotine and another cover, and Psycho actually kicked the referee as he got into the match. And Psycho got a kick off to Tonga there as well. That's the second time that Ahmed has taken that massive guillotine, and Mr. Sinister, watching with Takahashi, can't be too happy. And what he's seeing, what a kick from Yamamoto. Kobayashi, the flexibility, and Psycho was there, but Eddie Tonga, I think Island Nation might have just been trying to draw Psycho into the ring so Tonga could deal with him, because Kobayashi just leveled Ahmed from behind. Kobayashi out of the corner. Here he comes. Kobayashi with an absolutely blistering knee strike. He must have learned that from John Gotti. That's what Gotti put him away with all that time ago. Eddie Tonga playing defense, and Island Nation Championships. It's a classic Island Nation performance. Did you expect any different when the Islanders returned? A blistering knee strike from Kobayashi. And Mr. Sinister may have used his influence to get them this match, but unfortunately for him, no amount of influence will allow them to beat a team like Island Nation. What a performance, and Island Nation make a successful return here to Evolution. An unbelievable job from Tonga and Kobayashi. Folks, thank you so much for joining us here on Evolution. World Cup Wednesday returns on Wednesday. Team American Samoa back in action, and they will battle Team China. It is a can't-miss bout, and you can only see it right here on General Admission Wrestling. So subscribe, join the Discord if you haven't already. Link is in the description. Check the website, generaladmissionwrestling.com, for full recaps of every show. We will see you for World Cup Wednesday. We appreciate you.